Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here. We're going back into 7.3.5. This is going to be my fourth lane. And this is the team I brought. And one of the teammate synergies that I brought was not ideal. We'll get to that in a minute. But this lane has a few interesting nodes. It's all about like healing and blocking it. So it's got Berserker Barrage. So if the defender has if he's not under the effect of a regeneration buff, then they're going to get a Fury passive every second. So you kind of need to be aware of that. It's got Heal or Hide, which will give either you or the defender a heal block, depending on if you're close to them or not. Vigorous Assault, which we all know if they have a heal regeneration buff on them, then they'll be fully unblockable. And then it's got the heal block passive on you, so there's really no way to take that off. The only way that I know would be Nick Fury getting his LMD destroyed, and then you'd have it, but that's not really going to help too much here. But it's going to be that, and then we got Return Policy 5, so it's really punitive if you try to nullify a regen and whatnot. So first up, we're going in on this Purgatory with Archangel. Purgatory is not bleed or poison immune, so we're just gonna go to town. We're gonna try to stack as many neuros as we can, which is gonna prevent the regens and all that stuff. It's gonna prevent the Furies from building up too high. I mean, she is going to get some because I'm not gonna have the neuros up indefinitely. Do get kind of tagged there by the special one. She's got 7 Furies, but now we got another neuro, so I think when this when that regen comes back up, it's going to prevent it from the healer hide. I don't know if that was close enough to begin with to give it to her, but yeah, so she's going to be getting Furies, but the neuros are going to do the work. You know, the 60k Purgatory, she'll go down. It would be nice if AA was a horseman, but this is the first fight, so really not an option unless you're going to bring APOC, bring him in, kill him off, revive him, do that kind of thing. But I don't like doing that. But it is an option to use. But AA works. 5-star AA takes down the Purgatory. Next up, we got Ultron, and I'm going to bring in my Magneto to deal with this. Ultron's a robot. When healing's involved, Magneto loves that, can reverse a little bit of it, and can just prevent a lot of the abilities in general. And so we're just going to parry heavy for the win, pretty much. Keep an eye out for the evade. And yeah, we're just gonna get to L3 and then try to nuke this guy down. I think I end up getting hit somewhere. Not played entirely clean, but nice thing with Magneto is he's a tank, especially against robots. And there we got 37 prowess. Now we did a double heavy in the corner. Gonna hold that again. I don't even know that we're holding them yet. We're just like, yeah, let's just get them. There we go. Another one. So yeah, Ultron still can evade. So that's not reduced by ability accuracy reduction. So got to be aware of that. And I was a little bit too greedy with trying to get some heavies and whatnot off. So here we go. I think we're going to get one more, and we're up to 44 prowess. Let's see how much this does. It goes from 82% to, it's not going to be 0, close, 335,000. So I came out of that, got hit in the block, and now he did get the regen, so he was fully unblockable, but we do tap him over. So if I would have just got like one more prowess, would have done him in, but that's okay. We got out of that fight, got the solo, and I don't think I use Magneto again. Maybe I use it one more time, I can't remember. But we're gonna go in with Void, and so now this is the mistake that I made. I overlooked the heal block passive. I did bring Killmonger on the team, and the intent was specifically for the synergy that he gives to Void with every intimidating presence debuff that he applies, whether through a special or whether through the timer. Void gets a 1% regen, and obviously that's not going to happen because I'm heal block passive. So so if I were to do this again, you know, if I was going to throw in a synergy slot for somebody, maybe I would, if I was going to do it for Void, I'd probably throw in like Omega to get more damage per debuff. But here we go. So we're going to try to stick to his special one. There we stay close to him. He gets the regen active, which is fine because it's going to heal reverse him. We got all 3 debuffs on. We're about to activate Fear of the Void. We're going to try to just stick to his special ones. And then we're going to try to our best to be activating the regen on him on purpose so that we can reverse as much as possible. And then just be mindful that, okay, we just activated the regen. We cannot block because fully unblockable with the Vigorous Assault. And we're just going to let Magneto kind of kill himself with the regen being active. There, we do get the regen. Unfortunately, doesn't help us. But, yeah. We got Fear of the Void up. Almost all the Intimidating Presence debuffs. We're going to play it a little bit slow, so that way we're nice and tight close to him so that we can activate that regen from the heal or hide node. And yeah, we're just gonna kind of nice and easy stay close to him and then let that regen activate and then back off and then just kind of let that regen do the work. And the nice thing with letting the regen activate is that it will not let him build up the Furies to crazy amounts on his side to where he will get a bunch of extra attack. So there we go again. We got double Fear of the Void up. Too bad we didn't get a Petrify on that, but the 1 debuff plus the double Fear of the Void put him in the bin. We're going to move up to the next fight, which I think I'm going to use Void for again. I really like using Void. So here's a Vulture. We probably could have easily used Magneto on this one because Vulture's a metal champ, but I'm going to use Void just because I was having a good time. I think I use Void for this one and the Mordo next. And yeah, we're just going to repeat that. So again, not ideal that I did bring in Killmonger for the synergy because can't benefit with that. So I do got to be careful with his miss. So if he dashes in, if he has enough charges and he dashes in, he can bring up that miss mechanic that he has. So I do need to be aware of that. We're just going to try to, as quickly as possible, get as many debuffs on this dude as possible. Whether he throws his L1 or L2, it doesn't matter a whole bunch. It's pretty easy to get out of range for both of them. And yeah, we're going to let him slowly get that healing reversed. And Void's going to put in the work. Nice and easy, nice and slow. There's that miss again. We get our own intercept. And I probably should have thrown the special 2 there to get the power stings and whatnot. But I think I was waiting maybe till we got closer to Fear the Void. Yeah, so now we're going to Fear the Void. So now if he throws a special, he's going to get a bigger sting. Come on, sting it. And of course, he throws shortly after the stings fall off from the special 2. So no extra damage there. Unfortunate, but yeah, we're gonna keep going. No big deal. This guy, as long as you don't make any too critical mistakes, this isn't too terrible of a fight to take down. And maybe not the quickest, but I think it's very easy and fairly reliable. And to kind of offset him getting the regens versus the Furies, because if you just let those Furies stack up, the opponent will start to hit pretty hard because they're like, 70k PI. Got a pretty decent attack base to start with. You start letting them get too many Furies and start to hit pretty hard. And if you then you make a mistake, might be lights out. So here, regen's gonna get activated, Fear the Void up, all 3 intimidating presence debuffs on. Now we got 2 petrifies on, which are perfect. So if we can just get him to activate that regen, I don't even know if he's gonna get there. We might kill him off beforehand. There we go. Regen activated, double Fear the Void. Dead again. Moving along. Mordo, we're going to throw Void on this one again. I love Void for Mordo because he can get the fatigue debuff. With that fatigue debuff active, you can parry and hit him while he's stunned, which is great. The petrifies and the Fear of the Void and all that is going to allow him to reverse not only the regen from the node, but the power gain. Or prevent it altogether. So we did get hit there. We kind of went in on his heavy early, but I think we played pretty clean for the rest of the fight. And then again, normally when he gets his power gain active, he's generally really passive. So if you have him over in the corner, generally you can just heavy knock him down, stop the power gain, and yeah, just have at it, which is really nice. And yeah, we're gonna get some, I think, there we go, we got two of the fatigues up, so we can parry and hit him, which is nice. Building up some of those furies. We need to get the regen on him. And then we just gotta keep in mind, when we do switch him to Fear the Void, if we don't get one of those fatigues up early, which in this case we got 2, which is kind of nice, we won't be able to stun. So we did get one first 2 debuffs, so we can stun him, hit him. We're just gonna let him wait out that power gain. He's Fear the Voided, plus the petrify, he's gonna reverse that. So I'll just let him kind of sit there and slowly die away. Yeah, missed dashing back on that. That's all right. So here we got double Fear the Void. Do we get a fatigue? We got a fatigue. Perfect. We can get our stuns in. Here we got regen up. We got a petrify. Two fatigues. We got pretty solid RNG on this fight, and we just simply messed up a few times. Got tagged, but he's gonna go down here shortly. We got all 3 up. No, barely survived. I didn't remember getting hit at the end there, but we survived. Void did his contribution. 3 fights, 3 kills, 3 solos. Not the cleanest one on that last one, but it's all right. So this one we got Darkhawk. We're gonna go in with Magneto on this one for sure. This guy would be pretty annoying with the Vigorous Assault. Otherwise, we just want to basically get to a special 3. I don't think I'm going to knock him down until I start getting closer to a special 3. And then look at that. Perfect blocks on those special 1 blocks, which is really nice. Magneto is such a beast. I love him. All right, so here we got about halfway there. We are blocking and heavy spamming away, and I think we're gonna get up to as many prowess as possible. And I'm trying to think if I let the shield go down or not, because the shield does mitigate the damage that you can do against Darkhawk. So if you are able to knock him down and let that shield expire, you should be able to get more damage out of your special 3. Not even sure if you'll need it or not, but yeah. All right, so here we go. He goes into stealth mode. Yeah, so he goes into stealth mode, which is nice because now he's doesn't have the shield mode up. Got all those prowess. Boom, dead. So yeah, that worked out really good. Push him to, you don't even have to wait it out, just push him to special 2. Let him switch modes and yeah, have at it. So there we go, we cleared the line. No deaths. and we're gonna go over to Cable. So I had Magik on the team, and you're like, why do I have Magik on the team? She's gonna be my boss killer for this one. We are gonna swap out, I think it's Killmonger for Warlock. Now Warlock would be pretty good, could be good, depending how good, I don't know. I think the power game would still be quite sketchy on this Cable, but we're gonna swap out Killmonger for Warlock. Oh no, we don't. We swap out Magneto. No, we swapped out. Who did we just swap? We swapped out AA, which would be terrible for for Cable to begin with the bleeds. I think I left Killmonger in there just in case I had to use Void. I could get some healing from the synergy, but we're just gonna take care of business with Magik. Magik, still one of the best, if not the best, power control champs in the game. So what I'm going to do here is I do have max Petrify Mastery, which basically means I give 30% less defensive combat power rate while the defender is stunned. So there I do eat a heavy, which is not what I wanted to do, but I do get limbo activated, so I am going to regen a lot of that back. So while it looked like it was going to be lights out right from the beginning, limbo saves my bacon, and we're back in business. And look at that, we're right at 49%. So it looked like it just worked out perfect. I have courage mastery 2 out of 3, so that's going to give me some extra attack. And yeah, we're just going to keep this guy locked down, do a lot of drop 4-hit combos, draft back, and we're just going to block. I could have done some intercepts, and I think I'm just playing more like I would in Alliance War to be more safe, and get our parry, and then get back to special 2 and just keep firing the special 2. That's going to keep him locked down. He won't be able to cross a bar of power, which means he won't be able to activate that regen. And yeah, pretty simple, easy fight. Once you get to that first special 2 and lock him down, it's pretty much game over. And the Petrify Mastery definitely does help. That's one that I max out. I always have it maxed out. I use it and use it to my advantage all the time. A lot of people say, oh, I don't like that master. I want him to throw more specials. Generally, I'm on the opposite spectrum where I just want him to throw the least amount of specials as possible. And in this case, it does help you to get to that special 2 faster, especially because the power gain on this Cable gets pretty nutty, especially when you get the supercharge active. So if he gets a regen early on, you could really get KO'd pretty quick. So we're almost done, and again, we get smacked in the face, but man, look at that beautiful limbo, just healed me back up like 40% health. Gotta love Magik. I really wish and hope that someday that she would be put in as a 6-star champ. I would love to have her as a 6-star champ. She is amazing. There we get a nice little draft back intercept, and just about killed him. There we go. So that's it. Get the solo with Magik. Hopefully this footage helped you in seeing some ideas of what you can do for your path. And thanks for watching, fellas. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.